Now, before we go in on Thor for this video, I wanted to give you guys a quick little PSA, standard practice for any update where you know existing characters are going to be getting a big upgrade. Even if you think they're going to be like super meta, I think the best thing you can do is basically leave their builds alone or just strip them of whatever CTP they have. But I wouldn't really do much else than that. So if we just recap here with Hulk, I'm using this uniform because sometimes I play Black Swan, World Boss Legend Plus. But yeah, he's got a Mighty Egg. Because the CTP discount event overlaps with the update, I don't have to unequip it, but otherwise I would unequip it, knowing that his next uniform could still be PvP or it might be PvE. We don't know, right? So if there wasn't a CTP unequip discount after the update lands, if it was going to end, like, let's say tomorrow, then I would unequip it. Same thing goes for Sentry, but he's got a Mighty Regen right now. And then for Thor, who's the showcase of this video, I'm obviously going to leave the Mighty Rage on him. Perhaps I will switch it around when the update drops if people are saying he's crazy with this, he's crazy with that, but I'll have to wait and see. Wait and see is almost always the best approach in Marvel Future Fight, because you know, all of the events rotate on basically like a 30 to 35 day schedule. So there's really no reason, almost no reason, unless you just are super impatient and not very wise. There's no reason to jump the gun and you know, completely strip a character or completely change a character, try to guess what CTP is best for them ahead of time and give it to them ahead of time. Like, there's no award for being first, right? No one's gonna like buff your account because you gave Thor a judgment 2 days ahead of everyone else. It just doesn't work like that, frankly. So yeah, we're gonna be rocking with this team here. I'm actually not sure, now that I look at this, if his leadership conversion with his artifact is better than bringing along Ronin. I think if you have Ronin's artifact, which I don't yet, but I think if you have Ronin's artifact, then maybe it's better than bringing along like Sif, for example. But anyways, we're gonna rock with this team because this was the one that I said in a video a couple days yesterday, maybe, or 2 days ago. I said that Thor can do this stage, and I was actually shocked because originally, when I was still learning to play Gladiator, I tried to play Gladiator on the stage when I unlocked it, and it sucked. And it was really hard, and I was basically, it sucked because I was getting right to the end. I was getting really close to killing her, but I wasn't killing her. And it really sucks to like play World Boss Legend hard for 5 minutes and then lose. So, well, we got the Namor support, eh? Yeah, funny thing is, Thor is kind of like he's kind of like his sister. He's kind of like Hela. He does all his damage on his tier 3. Like, he does decent damage. He does decent damage on the 1 to 5, but it's really the tier 3. And basically, the main thing with Thor is I'm hoping they fix his rotation, man. It's just not that fun to play because of the fact that he has this stupid long rotation on. Oh, I gotta get out of here. Ah, it was too late. That's a shame. But yeah, he's got this like stupidly long rotation because of his 5th skill. So it's just not that fun. But yeah, when you get the 5th and the 5th and the 6th and the tier 4 buff rocking all at the same time, it does clap pretty hard. But yeah, he also doesn't have a team up, so it's pretty nice that he's doing this, right? Without that team up and stuff. But yeah, his regular rotation here seems kind of mid. Yeah, this one's definitely gonna, seems like this one's gonna. Did I get hit by that? What happened? Okay, whatever. This is not a good run, but we did trigger her. Let me see what happens here, because we triggered her. Ah, shit. Okay, we have to just do this shit right away. Okay, it's just annoying. I was like, we triggered the cutscene at the same time that we triggered this little mini game. Yeah, let's see if we can catch up. If we fail with like 2 seconds left, I don't mind, right? It's definitely possible that he can do this stage at that point. Even easier so if you bring along a Judgment, for example. I think a Mighty Judgment would probably do this better. Oh, now she cutscenes me? Oh, that's brutal. Oh, that's just ugly. Okay, well, we still have like 6 seconds on the, or 5 seconds on the accumulation. Not as good because you don't get the 5th skill popping, but and then we can do the little drive by with the 2. I really like that they kept the V-pad on Thor. I do really appreciate that. Them keeping the V-pad probably means that they mean to use him for PvE and not PvP. Wow, you still get that square, eh? They still didn't fix that white square. That's crazy. I remember when you do that white square. Who was that? What is she doing? Oh my god, it took so long. That when they did that white square with Lincoln, that was so funny. But yeah, I really hope they change Thor's playstyle a little bit to make him a little bit more fun to play and a little bit less clunky. Because I think by today's standards, he's kind of clunky to play. So, all right, let's take a look here. Pop off King. 1, 2. I mean, it's slow, but it's going there. It's going there. Okay, we popped the rotation early. Okay, we popped the rage early, unfortunately, but we can wind up here. Oh, wow, we popped it again. That's unfortunate. Yeah. It's going to happen again now. Oh, no? Okay. No, it did. Wow, what the fuck? It's like I stop attacking, and then it... What the hell, bro? I know that he has, like, residual hits on, like, 3 and stuff, but that's crazy, dude. That's crazy. So, yeah, this is looking pretty bad. All things considered. This is not looking good. we got procced way too many times, but he can definitely do the stage, guys. I mean, here's the thing. I was thinking about this when I was driving the other day. I was like, if I make a video on Thor being good before the update, and then he doesn't get a really good upgrade, he gets like kind of like a mid, like a side grade, are people gonna be mad at me for basically maybe insinuating that Thor really doesn't need a buff? I was thinking about that. So maybe this is a good showcase. I don't know how the hell I did stage 60 with Thor before. Like, looking at how bad this is, I don't know. Did they, like, pre-nerf him? This is so bad. This is so much worse. I don't know what's going on. I'm just burning everything because she's going to cutscene me anyway, so it doesn't matter. I wasn't going to do a proper rotation anywhere there. Just want to charge up to tier 3. We're going to get as close as possible. Oh, man, the fifth skill has such a long cooldown, man. It's actually really annoying. No rage proc. Cringe. 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 Yeah, this is curtains. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's so tough. I love the V-pad, though. I gotta say, I love the V-pad, man. Huge fan of the V-pad. It allows you to clutch out plays that you wouldn't be able to clutch out. We didn't get that close, actually. I thought we were gonna get a lot closer. I think if we had delayed, I think we basically in the beginning we fucked up because we got hit by too many of her attacks and we triggered that stupid cutscene way too early. I think if we hadn't, then we would have gotten a lot closer because I would have had more time to basically pop that tier 3, and we probably would have gotten a lot closer to like 1 or 2 bars. Yeah, I don't really care though. Like, to be honest, like I know he can do the stage. I did it. I'll see if there's a screenshot that I can put in the video. I can't remember if I have a screenshot of it or not. I think I do. But yeah, at the same time, I don't want the devs to not buff Thor. So I'm kind of glad that this showcase was bad because it's like, you know, I don't think I played that much worse, to be honest. I think I got kind of unlucky with positioning and with rage proc activations. But it does highlight the issue with Thor, which is currently that he has like an awkward rotation because his 5th skill has such a long cooldown, right? 20 seconds. It's just not easy to play a character these days that has a 20-second cooldown on their main damage skill, right? Like 4 does pretty good damage, but so does 5. And they both have long cooldowns. You want everything to be around 17, 16 seconds or less because everything is predicated on a 7-second cycle, right? It's a 5-second window of damage with a cooldown of 2 seconds after that. So it's all predicated on being like around 8 seconds, like, you know, 16 seconds or less, so that you have about 1 second of downtime and then you go right back into the cycle, right? And if you look at most other metas these days, that's exactly what it is, right? Look at this, 16 seconds on the dot, 16 seconds on the dot, and then 15 seconds. So how come this dude has way better, you know, he's way easier to play, right? Way more proc friendly and stuff like that. The only characters that kind of get away with having longer cooldowns, like I know Magneto's got a long cooldown on his 5th skill. It's the same as Thor. So people are probably looking at Magneto and being like, oh, Alex, like Magneto doesn't need that change. What's going on? So the difference here is like Magneto does kind of consistent damage on all of his skills. He doesn't have like a one big damage spike skill. Like even though his 5th skill gives him the accumulation, The fifth skill itself doesn't have that many hits and that much damage. Like, he has a lot more hits on 4 and 3, these other skills. And the thing with Magneto is you just spam everything constantly, because you can cancel everything. The problem with Thor is you cannot cancel everything. You cannot cancel 4 because then you don't get the majority of the hits. You cannot cancel 5 or you don't get the majority of the hits. You can't really even instant cancel 3. You have to wait quite a while for him to slam down. You can't instant cancel 1 and you can't instant cancel 2. With Magneto, you can literally instant cancel everything except for his 5th skill. There's like a slight delay on the 5, and that's it. Everything else can be boom, 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 instant cancel, and he has more hits than Thor. So having more hits and being instantly cancelable means that, yeah, you can spam the shit out of his skills. You can just spam that shit all day, and it's fine. You can pop the 5th skill when the rage proc is not active. It does not matter because it's all spam. It's all spam. So it's super duper easy to play. I'm not saying that I want Thor to be all spam. I think if he was made more like Gladiator with like kind of like a set rotation, it would be nicer. They just need to lower his cooldowns. But basically, you have 2 options for the design of the character. I mean, there's more options, but from what we see, right, in terms of characters that are fun to play and that are strong, you have the set rotation option for someone like Gladiator, where they basically just have to lower his cooldown so they're closer to 17, 16 seconds. Or you have the kind of Dr. Octopus, actually not Dr. Octopus, the Magneto style, where it's basically just, you don't, the cooldowns don't have to be lowered, but the skills themselves have to be tweaked so the damage is more consistent, the hits are more consistent, and everything is cancelable, or almost everything is cancelable. And honestly, if you think about Thor, I think he should have most of his skills be cancelable because it's lightning. Like, he can just call it down whenever he wants. He doesn't have to like stop and charge it up like some goofy right? Like, he's just going at you, hitting you with the fists, with the hammer, with the axe, and then the lightning's just like doom, 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 coming in between, right? It's just coming at you from all these angles. No, but seriously, I do mean that. Like, I think if he just has like one skill that's not cancelable, and then you boom, 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 you cancel everything else into 4, right? Like 2, 3, 5, 4, something like that. That would be cool. But yeah, that's kind of my take for Thor. I think Thor and Ant-Man may be the odd ones out of the update. If I had to choose like a winners and losers preemptive, if I had to speculate on a winners and losers preemptively, and I'm not saying that because I want Thor to be a loser. I'm just thinking they have to make Sentry a banger because he's native tier 3 epic quest character, first uniform. Like, there's just too many firsts, and he was also #1 on the poll, right? That voting thing. So they have to make him good. There's just no question, right? There's just no question. And then for Hulk, he was also on the poll voting. He was 5th or 6th, and he's a fan favorite, right? And it's been a while for him to get a uniform, so they gotta make that one good as well. So making 2 good already by default with Sentry and Hulk means that, you know, there's less incentive for them to keep pushing out bangers. So that's why I'm saying it's possible. Ant-Man is probably the easiest speculation because he's not getting a tier 4. But then for Thor, I still think it's kind of he might get the short end of the stick. I don't know. They might just look at him and be like, yeah, PvE, whatever. We don't want him to overtake Gladiator, so we're gonna tweak him and make him like a little bit weaker than Gladiator. And if he comes out now and he's a little bit weaker than Gladiator and he's not easy to play, it's gonna be just cringe, bro. Like, this is the thing. He doesn't have to be straight up better than Gladiator. I understand Gladiator's native tier 2. I understand Gladiator's the reward for completely maxing out an epic quest. So like, this dude is, you know, the juice has to be worth the squeeze for sure. I get that, but at the very least, make Thor easy to play. At the very least, make him easier to play, right? Don't make him so cringe with all these like delay cancels and all this like sitting around, waiting around kind of thing. You know, yeah, it's not really. Thor should be like action, 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 non-stop action, right? Just not. He should, honestly, I think he should play more like Magneto. That's just my personal opinion. I feel like he should play more like Magneto, where you're just constantly popping skills and it's just like boom, 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 boom. But that's the dev's choice on how they want to, and of course Marvel's choice, Dakota's choice, on how they want to sort of position these characters and advertise them. Anyways, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of my throw. The flop era with Thor. Thank you for watching the video. Smash the like button if you enjoyed the content, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.